You already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes and super violate that like button. Shall we begin? Shall we begin? ADAM22. Let me say this. I have nothing personal against ADAM22. I'm thankful and grateful that ADAM22 reached out and at a time where my channel was being shadow banned and I lost my monetization. Salute to ADAM22. But the truth is the truth. And the truth shall set you free. I've seen a lot of dudes out there with ADAM22 in New York. A lot of dudes that I rock with. Shout out to Just, shout out to Iz. I see Hattie out there. I see it's way too many names to name. That were dudes. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. There's a saying, take the message and leave the messenger. Follow me. ADAM22's platform, ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it, played the biggest part in the history. ADAM22's platform just made history with the FBI. And then you dudes, you turn around and you give them a world tour from Manhattan to Brooklyn to the Bronx, and you took them through the 5 boroughs of death. And he explored damn near every gang. Gang, gang. I'm gonna say that again. I'm not saying Adam is the best, but he might as well be. John Gotti. In order for the mob to take down John Gotti, they went into a basement where he had his meetings, put all types of bugs in the light bulbs, in the sockets, all types of listening devices. My question to you brothers is, if John Gotti was alive and released from prison, do you think he would ever go back to that basement? No, he wouldn't. John Gotti wanted to be the Dapper Don. When y'all say gangsters move in silence, it's a lie. It's an absolute lie. John Gotti wanted the same recognition that you niggas want on the block. Bragging about being outside on the block that y'all lived on your whole life, I don't get it. I've always thought that the main objective was to leave, to get out of the hood, into your own house, into your own crib, and get your own land back. But we gonna get to that. The federal government is on a world tour, locking gangbangers up. There's laws being passed right now, along with the Patriot Act. If you're deemed a gang member, you can be exiled out of this country for life. Trump already started sending gang members to El Salvador, El Paso, to different prisons. And y'all just, when it puts yourself on the radar, the federal government is shopping for inmates to become prisoners. And you niggas just went above and beyond to put yourself in line in videos with a dude. Everybody that ADAM22 stands next to that's doing, listen, let me make something clear to y'all, right? Haas be with my wife and my kids. I'm the nigga y'all keep talking about. I'm on the couch all the time. Yeah, I'm on the expensive couch with the expensive bins in my yard, with the expensive yard with palm trees and all types of trees and ponds all around it. Yeah. I love being at home. I made it beautiful. Because y'all the same niggas that's outside. The crazy part about it is, y'all the same niggas that's bragging about being outside, y'all also the same niggas burning the candles and pouring out liquor in front of the building. And I'm like, what? Scooby-Dooby-Doo? Y'all the same niggas outside. 1 minute you bragging about being outside, but then you pouring out liquor on the same concrete that your man's blood was splattered all over. I don't get it. In Africa, the Africans in Africa just took back all of their farmland. Donald Trump told the white Africans that they could come back to America to seek asylum. I want y'all to understand and listen to what I'm saying. Because some of y'all don't understand, this is why the colonizers, the FBI, keep their foot on our neck. And they make laws like you being a gang member as a reason to target you. Africa took their land back. They farmland back. The land with their resources, they started taking it back. That is the #1 fear that they have in America. For us to wake up. Because some of you old heads is keeping us dumb. You selling poverty and pain to people that's in poverty and pain instead of waking them up. So therefore, y'all already rebellious by being in gangs. You're already rebellious by being street dudes. So the main objective is for the FBI to catch you while you in your ignorant state. Because if you stay strong, some of you dudes is strong. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. But you're going to end up going back to jail. Some of y'all niggas done spent most of y'all years in jail. I done seen dudes, shout out to Iz and Josh, y'all niggas gave 30 years back. All I'm trying to say is don't let these niggas catch you in the same trap again. Because what I need for y'all to understand is if they can have Diddy in jail for having orgies, imagine the lies that they gonna tell to the jury about you niggas. The hunt is on. And guess who's the duck? Live life as if you are on the run. There's laws being passed to lock you up and throw away the key. You niggas don't get it. Live life as if you were on the run and stay dangerous at the same time, my nigga. One day you dudes is gonna wake up and realize that the ancestors live in our blood, in our bloodline. And these people, they're looking for the Messiah. They're looking for that next warrior to extinguish your light. You don't see these niggas run the mob. Listen, man, the mob. Name somebody from the mob right now. Show me a picture or an image of one person from the mob right now. The mob disappeared. They're a myth. But all you gangbangers is showing your face. Remember, Superman ran around like Clark Kent. Spider-Man put a mask on. You niggas is showing your face to the FBI and they going shopping. Right now, the FBI is looking at this screen called Instagram and YouTube and all these platforms. And they looking at you like you Nike. Yeah, they going shopping for you niggas. They looking at you like you Reebok, you Nike. Oh yeah, you the Poem Faucets? What, you Gucci, you Prada? They're shopping. And y'all niggas is y'all on the display table for cheap. I hope one of you dudes or some of you dudes that's listening to hear what I'm saying, y'all wake up and smell the coffee, because y'all niggas want the limelight, but y'all don't understand what comes with it. Big U in jail facing the rest of his life. Loose Cannon in jail facing the rest of his life. Brick Baby in jail facing the rest of his life. I ain't gotta tell you niggas that some of you niggas are A1 felons. Some of you dudes that did state time and fed time, y'all bugging. I started not to make this video. I said, nah, I ain't gonna say nothing, I'm gonna mind my business. But then I said, you know what? I wouldn't be myself if I didn't say it. If you know you gang affiliated, and anybody around you got their hands in the streets and they doing things that they ain't got no business doing, get off the internet. The internet ain't for you. Go back to the block. You ain't supposed to be on the internet. You dudes are showing the colonizers strength. They don't like to see strength. Y'all better wake up and smell the coffee. If them niggas could put Diddy in jail for having an orgy, what you think they gonna do to you? That's my take on the situation, man. Understand something. In America, these people are afraid. They know what they did to us. They know what they took from us. And they know throughout history, it's always been a black messiah. You niggas is God's chosen people doing the devil's work. You are God's chosen people doing the devil's work. Y'all don't realize we living in the signs of the time? Y'all not paying attention to the laws being passed? Get low and get money. If you a rapper and you rapping, I ain't got no problem with you being a 40 or 50 and 60-year-old rapper. Some of you niggas is nice. The problem is the game is to be sold, not told. You niggas is bragging about criminal activities. It is a crime to be gang under the Patriot Act. It's a crime that can get you exiled out of this country or put in jail indefinitely without a trial. Read that Patriot Act. Donald Trump made a promise to get rid of all gangs. Some of y'all don't believe shit's stinking until y'all smell it. You can't smell it?
For years, hip-hop fans have speculated that hip-hop media personalities like Vlad TV were secret police operatives. It's been a long-running rumor that Vlad is the feds and that he has been setting up his Vlad TV guests to snitch on themselves, as many rappers have gone onto his platform and incriminated themselves for the world to see. While people like Yktvz snitched on themselves on Vlad's platform, realistically, Yktvz had already snitched on himself in his own book. And although many other rappers have snitched on themselves during interviews, Vlad vehemently denies being an operative. While Vlad might not be an agent, recently one media personality has been exposed for being an agent all along, with his platform playing a role in the demise of his co-host and many others in the urban community. That man is ADAM22, and his No Jumper platform was just cited in a criminal indictment, bringing down several gang members in LA. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we will be talking about the No Jumper Rico. Let's get right into it. Since the first video I made on ADAM22, I have pointed out the fact that Adam isn't who he seems to be. Think about it. An outsider who isn't from the culture ends up popping up out of nowhere in the 2010s and becomes the head of the biggest hip-hop platform in LA. A man who clearly didn't grow up listening to hip-hop or had any love for it managed to grow one of the biggest hip-hop platforms in LA in the center of gang culture. While so many people watch ADAM22 and think he's a goofball, what they don't know is that Adam is directly connected to some very powerful people. As I revealed long ago, ADAM22 is the son of Philip J. Grand Mason. The reason this is important is because Philip actually worked for former President Bill Clinton. In fact, they were great friends, with Philip and his son Adam hanging out at Clinton's home on many occasions. Adam's father and Bill Clinton were such good friends that Bill Clinton gave Adam's father a presidential pardon, as Philip J. Grand Mason was accused of election fraud and other federal charges back in the day. So not only did Philip and his son ADAM22 hang out at the Clintons, but Bill personally pardoned his father. This is a clear connection between ADAM22 and the elite, with Adam himself admitting his connections to the Clintons on this old podcast appearance.
Wikipedia, it says that your father was really good friends with Bill Clinton.
He was.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
The whole thing. My dad was like a Democrat working on local campaigns and stuff at that time when I'm in like second grade. And so my dad's like helping him out and was like a part of the campaign. Like we would be going to Bill Clinton events and on the weekend when I was a kid and stuff. And yeah, my dad helped him win his initial presidency. My dad went down for like basically like a corporate crime type thing where he was like accused of misusing his power in the local government to award a contract to his employer. So my dad goes to prison in like 95 for like a year, and then when he gets out, Bill Clinton leaves office a couple of years later, and Bill Clinton gives my dad a presidential pardon.
As you can see, ADAM22 isn't some random white guy who ended up in hip hip-hop. He's a man with powerful connections who I believe was planted in hip-hop as an operative to manipulate and destroy the urban community. Even his last name is a dead giveaway, as his last name is Grand Mason. I know in French, Mason spelled with an I means big house, but ADAM22 isn't of French descent. His last name is Grand Mason, just like the Freemason leaders who are called Grand Worshipful Masters. Now when you realize he's connected to the Clintons and his last name is Grand Mason, things start to look suspicious. Now let's calculate all of that for a second. Adam Grand Mason was connected to the Clintons, randomly became one of the biggest hip-hop media personalities out of nowhere, a platform that he used to invite gang members and trick them into incriminating themselves on camera, a platform that just aided the feds in an arrest of several Crip members who were regulars on his show and repeatedly snitched on themselves. Almost 3 years ago, I made this video calling ADAM22 out for being a plant, an agent planted in hip-hop to corrupt and destroy. ADAM22 saw this video I made on him, and it made him upset, responding to my video on his podcast.
They told me yesterday on my Twitch that you was a Satanist, and that you're pushing on the community.
That sounds like a different accusation, though. I thought that I was part of the Illuminati. I think being a Satanist guy is kind of different.
It started off.
Surviving 22?
It started off, it was like, AD, you're afraid to watch the video, know the truth about Adam. And I was like,
video?
Oh, bro, they just kept spamming it. And I was like, what
There's
are
a
you talking
YouTube
about?
video basically saying that I'm part of the Illuminati. That explains how I got into this position as a YouTuber.
When did this come out?
A couple weeks ago, I think. I mean, it's not like that big. It was like 30,000 views.
Bro, I'm watching it, and then I'm like, okay, this is a waste of time. They're like, no, they got AD too. He's part of it now too.
When I watched it, I was kind of like, oh, so is this whole channel kind of like a joke channel? Because it didn't feel like they were really like trying to put forward an argument that anyone would take serious. It felt like it was more just like, oh, well, what about this? This seems a little particular. Like, what about this? Well, what about this? It was kind of like, I felt like it seemed like a joke, but I feel like maybe some people take it serious and they actually think I'm Illuminati.
They told me your dad was a Fed and said nothing about your dad being a Fed.
My dad was not.
And I was like, why would his dad have to be pardoned if he was a federal agent?
My dad was in prison for a year. If he was a Fed, wouldn't that have kept him out of prison?
Did you cry?
People think that me having a dad who worked in local politics means that clearly I was involved in some sort of secretive satanic cabal.
I don't get how that correlates to each other at all.
It was like he was a volunteer So let's say that.
He got pardoned, didn't he?
He got pardoned many years later, yeah.
First tattoo we need to talk about is the one on his face. Adam tattooed an inverted cross on.
I ain't never noticed that. Did you, bud?
What?
The little upside down cross.
When I called them out for lying in his response, he then responded under my video and tried to deny what I said about him. Even though I had all the evidence to prove ADAM22 is an agent, this no jumper indictment proves everything I said all those years ago. ADAM22, or should I say Agent 22, came in with an agenda to push destruction to the urban community. This was proven true all those years back when ADAM22 reacted to my video, trying to discredit my information, which was clear as day. But after I pointed out that he was the one lying, he stopped responding. He wanted me to believe he never saw my video but was commenting on my video when my channel only had under 100k subs. How did he comment on my video if he wasn't watching my channel? Clearly, he was lying and he did it in efforts of covering up what he really is. Something he has taken a step further by removing all the information about his father working for the Clintons off of Wikipedia. Do you really think it's a coincidence that the no jumper indictment came? Do you think it's a coincidence that Adam, a plant, invited a bunch of gang members to incriminate themselves on his platform for views, and now they're all in jail? This has been ADAM22's purpose all along, and by the end of this video, you will see just that. In order to understand my point, we have to take a look at No Jumper so we can see what he has done over the years. Over the years, ADAM22 built himself a platform in the hip-hop media space that has managed to grow over 4 million subscribers, growing his platform along the SoundCloud era of hip-hop, where he went viral multiple times for interviewing the upcoming rappers of the time. One of the biggest moments was when he interviewed XXXTentacion, right before his career took off to massive heights. The interview became his most viewed interview, reaching over 22 million views as the day of this recording. This made Adam and No Jumper a sought-out platform for upcoming talent. This helped him grow his No Jumper platform from nothing into what it is today, one of the biggest independent hip-hop platforms on YouTube. For a long time, things were going great for ADAM22, but eventually that all changed when Adam became so desperate to keep his platform popular that he started embarrassing himself for the world to see. Soon, many of his co-hosts quit on him, and this started the downfall of Adam, as he began doing all the wrong things for attention. First, he started producing adult films with his wife, which he began aggressively promoting on No Jumper. Then many of his podcast hosts like AD, and others abruptly left the No Jumper platform, blaming Adam for being unloyal, which Adam wouldn't take accountability for, even though it was clearly due to his actions that they quit. After this, ADAM22 decided to marry his longtime girlfriend, Lena the Plug, an adult film actress, only to pimp her out for views, letting her film an adult film with another man, which he went on a press tour to it didn't last very long. So Adam kept going to new extremes for attention. He eventually came up with the great idea to create a game show where he would pimp out his wife to other adult film stars, with the winner of the game show given the opportunity to make an adult film with his wife. When this didn't work for ADAM22's comeback, he decided to pretend to be gay and tried to trick the internet into thinking he was going to film an adult film with another man. After all of these shenanigans didn't work, Adam once again focused on his original plan of bringing down the urban community by infiltrating it. At the beginning of No Jumper, ADAM22 has zero gang ties. He didn't really have any gang members on the screen on his shows. When he first introduced castmates, it was really just him, Housephone, and Camgirl. They spoke about hip-hop and other trending cultural things on their weekly No Jumper show. Eventually, this slowly started to change, as ADAM22 would fire his old co-hosts and replace them with known gang members. ADAM22 would bring in AD and T-Rail, two known Crips, to become hosts on his show. Some people saw this as Adam trying to get street cred, but now we know what his plan was all along. While AD and T-Rail were on the platform, they repeatedly made it known they were Crips, so much so that No Jumper started looking like a Crip platform. Thankfully for AD and T-Rail, they managed to escape without ending up in handcuffs. Adam then got a hold of Crip Mac, who just like AD and T-Rail, snitched on himself endless times on No Jumper. Adam interviewed Crip Mac many times, eventually putting him on the No Jumper cast to continue to incriminate himself. Unlike AD and T-Rail, Crip Mac wasn't lucky enough to escape with his freedom, as right now he's in prison, and it's pretty clear all that snitching he did on No Jumper played a role in this. Crip Mac is only one of the members of the No Jumper cast who ended up behind bars, but now there are more. After AD&T Rao managed to escape No Jumper with their freedom, ADAM22 replaced them with a new co-host, Brick Baby, who just so happened to be another member of the Crips, specifically the Rolling 60 Crip Gang. Just like others before him, Brick Baby didn't take long to begin to incriminate himself on the No Jumper platform, revealing on several occasions that he was a killer and one of the most feared Crips in the city.
Any that ride with cuz on the dead homies, it is what it is. On 6-0 Crip. And me and cuz crashed this together, or by myself on the dead homies. Man, cuz I'm 6-0 Crip. Stop playing with me, cuz. On the hood, don't nobody tell me nothing.
All while ADAM22 sat back and collected the views from Brick Baby's self-snitching. On top of Brick Baby, Adam began inviting all types of other gang members on his platforms to snitch on themselves, like Snoopy Badass and several others. No Jumper became the outlet for gang members to beef with other gang members, and ADAM22, the man who wasn't a part of this culture, benefited from it all. He was rubbing his hands together the whole time, as his plan was working perfectly. Another gang member that started appearing on his platform was Wack100, who claims to be a leading member of the Pyru Blood Gang. Wack100 ended having a full-on No Jumper show with ADAM22, where he eventually brought in other gang members to the show, like a man by the name of Loose Cannon. As his name would imply, Loose Cannon had some loose lips, and he quickly began to incriminate himself routinely on the No Jumper show. Loose Cannon admitted on camera that he had personally robbed multiple rappers and others, claiming to have terrorized several people and extorting them for their money, going as far as to claim that he personally robbed Meek Mill.
When I did that to Meek Mills and Rick Ross.
What'd you do to that?
So,
the club? You sweat him in the club?
Yeah.
Dude, and Meek and Rick have no idea that Draw sent you at him.
Yeah. No, yeah, they sent that because I called Ross. I'm like, Ross,
this shit get crazy.
Drop off the 50,000 and we're gonna let Meek live on Crib. So Ross dropped off the 50,000, and so me and the homies we go back. He stopped answering the phone. He stopped picking up, and we were like, "What you doing?" Like 2 days later, he called me. He was like, "Nephew, where you at?" And I'm like, "Nigga, where my money at?" And he was like, "Oh, I needed it for bills. I needed it for." I'm like, "What?" Like,
Loose Cannon also called out Big U, claiming that Big U was involved in the death of Nipsey Hussle. Now, all of this is important because as of recent, all of this self-snitching orchestrated by ADAM22 finally paid off, as what's now being called the No Jumper indictment has commenced, and people are getting arrested left and right. Just a few days back, Brick Baby, Loose Cannon, and the Rolling 60s Crip leader Big U were all arrested on RICO charges.
I'm Joe McNally, the acting United States Attorney here in Los Angeles. Today, we're here to announce federal criminal charges against Eugene Henley Jr., a career criminal known as Big U, who used his contacts and leadership role in the Crips criminal street gang, the entertainment industry, and a youth charity to further his own criminal enterprise, an enterprise engaged in murder, extortion, robbery, human trafficking, COVID fraud, and other felonies. Mr. Henley and several other individuals linked to him and his criminal enterprise were charged in a criminal complaint with federal racketeering conspiracy. Mr. Henley is a fugitive, and he is currently wanted by federal law enforcement. Other individuals linked to his criminal enterprise were arrested today, approximately 10 defendants who were charged in various indictments. Again, Mr. Henley is a fugitive. 4 defendants are in state custody and will be transferred into federal custody, and we are still seeking Mr. Henley and another fugitive. The Department of Justice's top priority is eliminating violent crime caused by criminal street gangs and organized crime. These organizations cause a tremendous amount of harm in our communities, and today's arrests are part of our office's efforts, FBI, IRS, LAPD, the team you see up here, to make our community safer and rid our streets of these criminal street gangs, including ones operated by violent felons like Mr. Henley, who are posing as savvy businessmen and community leaders, but in the end are violent criminals.
While criminals being arrested isn't anything new, what is interesting about this arrest is that No Jumper is written all over this indictment, with over 40% of the indictment Citing No Jumper directly, the feds are revealing that they literally got their information from No Jumper interviews, podcast shows, and conversations. Now ADAM22 is watching all his co-hosts get arrested and facing life in prison, knowing he made the agency proud. Let's go over some of the key details listed in this indictment. A few days back, the feds picked up Brick Baby and Loose Cannon, while they let the world know they were looking for Big U. Big U eventually turned himself in and is now being charged with RICO, being accused of running a mafia-like operation with his Rolling 60 Crip gang. According to the feds, Big U committed several crimes, like allegedly orchestrating a criminal enterprise that engaged in extortion, robbery, fraud, trafficking, and even murder. The feds claim that Big U extorted several celebrities, forcing them to donate to his charity, which was a front, with celebrities like Shaq and others donating big money, which Big U then embezzled. They also claimed he forced rappers and celebrities to pay him for protection from his own gang in a check-and-in scheme, where famous celebs who were visiting LA would have to pay him for their protection or get robbed by them. Most disturbingly, the feds claim Big U took out one of his own artists, a young rapper who Big U signed, but ended up getting into a disagreement with. Big U then allegedly had the younger rapper taken out and his body disposed of, with the feds alleging that Big U took him out himself. Brick Baby and Loose Cannon were both arrested a part of this RICO, alleging they worked to further the Rolling 60 gang enterprise and committed crimes for Big U. Crimes that they both admitted to happily on the No Jumper podcast. Now, Brick Baby, Loose Cannon, and Big U have all been on the No Jumper podcast. Brick Baby literally incriminated himself on live while ADAM22 was sitting right there.
It was a show yesterday. I love you, Adam, and I'm not tripping off of you. It ain't nothing like that, cuz frustrated right now, bro. On 6-0, cause ain't no 40s coming to the 60s pushing no issues. Rolling 60, ain't near 40 coming to the 60s with no type of drama, nigga. The only reason I ain't come outside and kill one of the niggas, cause I was in front of these niggas. Dead homies. Oh yeah, sloth of honor, nobody. Yeah. They say you can't say that no more.
Why? Oh yeah, cause wait, no, like who died?
You can't say that no more.
Oh, cause of FBG Cash? Oh.
Nah, cause no pipe.
Oh. What's that?
But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more. That's the new term, like no more sliding by.
Because of Lil Pop. Now, after that incident though,
instead of Adam turning off the live and stopping his friend from incriminating himself, he let Brick Baby snitch on himself openly. ADAM22 did the same with Loose Cannon, as he was openly snitching on robbing people for Big U, snitching on himself and Big U, claiming Big U set up multiple rappers and allegedly played a role in the demise of Nipsey Hussle.
The TV show like a while back, right? And I'm on a phone, he FaceTime me. So he FaceTime me and stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got... I'm like, 6-0, I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey. I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
He answered the phone. And I was like, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that.
Did you tell him to call you just got? You need to mention it.
I didn't mention it. And that's for fun because my cousin is Nipsey's baby mom. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, I could have probably stopped it. I was listening. So after I talked to Nipsey, and I was like, yeah, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that. I'll see you later or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought that you gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me out like they just Nipsey. And so I'm like,
wait. You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got.
Yeah.
You had to call Nip. Nip answer the phone.
You like I'm talking regular. So it's like at the end of the day, I didn't even think about it because
you don't even warn him that you got that call from dude.
No, because their relationship was so. It'd be like it'd be hot one minute, it'd be cold the next minute, and it'd be lukewarm. Like you just
30 minutes after you get out the phone, then.
Yeah, I got it.
So he hit you a little too early.
Yeah, he hit me a little bit too early. But the homies know. So it's like it's not like I'm saying something that they don't know. You gonna say so?
Now, do you really think it's a coincidence that the man who came out of nowhere, whose father is connected to the elite, who randomly started having gang members on his show, just so happened to provide a platform for these gang members to snitch on themselves that was used by the feds? ADAM22 is an agent. He is just doing his job, playing his role. For years, people called Vlad TV the feds, but it turned out it was ADAM22 the whole time. Adam has been trying to get rappers to snitch on themselves for years now. He tried to do the same to Yella Beezy, trying to trick him into snitching on himself for taking out Mo 3.
Yeah, definitely. I did want to ask this, is you barely acknowledged it. You barely ever had anything to say about it, but there was a lot of tension, at least on records or people talking online between you and Mo 3. Now that he's passed, how do you do all that? Like, are you able to admit that he was, you know, an important factor in the city for that period of time, or is it still just, you can't say anything?
I ain't never been no tears from nobody.
Right.
That was it.
Right.
I ain't never been no tears from nobody.
Look at this guy. I saw you get Vlad an answer like that at one point, too.
I'm serious. I don't have a problem with people.
Right.
He ain't got no problem with me.
Dallas creates a lot of gangsters, because I was actually looking back at my old interview with him, and I said basically the same thing to him.
After the internet began pointing fingers at Adam for being an agent, he went on social media to deny the arrest being his fault or due to the No Jumper platform.
People saying that 22 is the reason why Brick got caught up. 22, you know what I do. I put people in position, put them on the podcast, give them jobs, help them make legal money. A lot of the shit you're getting caught up for is with Brick. It's like, I'm not seeing anything that says anything about stuff that he's done in the last 2 years since he was, right? So, you know, end of the day, I do employ people from the streets, and I guess, you know, people from the streets sometimes get caught up in federal RICO indictments, and all I can say is that, yes, I may crack a joke here and there. Sorry, that's just my sick sense of humor, but end of the day, that's my boy. I'm standing with him. Loose, I got love for Loose, too. We're going to be documenting this whole thing, helping him along the way, whatever it is. So, anybody acting like this is because of No Jumper? No, No Jumper was the antidote to this.
To me, this response just further proves his role in bringing down the urban community. Like he said, he purposely employed gang members, put them in front of a mic, and rewarded them for snitching on themselves. He knew what he was doing the entire time. He knew this was going to be the outcome, and it's the reason he was planted in the industry. Even Academics is pointing out that ADAM22 and the No Jumper platform are being used by the feds.
No Jumper release attempt to. If they don't do that, it leads me to what Wack said. Well, what the other person asked Wack, why didn't they, if both guys get locked up, why didn't they just raid No Jumper and lock him up? The next thing it leads to, so here's the other part. If they don't subpoena no footage, security footage from Adam, from the No Jumper warehouse, it's only because the feds look at that as an asset. Remember I told you. Because you know why you don't lock up these two and kick the door down at No Jumper? Because you spook No Jumper. And if you're looking at No Jumper as the place where gang members come to tell on themselves, you don't want to spook No Jumper. No Jumper.
As you heard for yourself, Academics is pointing out the obvious. The No Jumper platform is being used by the feds. Like I said almost 3 years ago now, ADAM22 is an agent. He was sent into hip-hop to corrupt and destroy. He has been promoting simp culture onto hip-hop fans. He also used his platform to destroy the sanctity of marriage, as he claimed out of his own mouth that he married his wife and made her sleep with another man on camera to spit in the face of God.
We believe in God and we got married. Seems like that's kind of confusing to some people.
For business strat. That's why you guys got married.
No, because we wanted to celebrate.
Well, you guys talked about it when you got married. You guys talked about, hey, imagine destroy this sanctity of the Bible. That was a satanic demoralization, alchemic ritual.
I like the way that you're thinking. Because, yeah, I don't believe in God. Maybe what better way to spit in the face of God? Better way to spit in the face of God than to get married.
Well, hold on.
And then let her a large man.
He also set up many gang members to snitch on themselves so they can be arrested. Adam was given this platform for this role since the very beginning. Agent 22 was sent in to destroy LA hip-hop from the inside. Sadly, he has succeeded, and now we are seeing those he brought around him pay the consequences. All I can say is that I tried to warn the world about Adam all those years ago, and if more people would have listened, they could have avoided this. Well, I'm gonna end this one here. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
What up, y'all? It's Hocas 4/5. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I'm back on YouTube non-stop, going down the rabbit hole on worldly topics, just as y'all like me to. Y'all already know what it is, man. Support your boy. You know I got a fight ahead of me, so that's the way you can support. So everybody been hitting me up, asking me, Hocas, how you feel about ADAM22 coming to the Bronx? How you feel about it? I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna address that. So ADAM22 came to the Bronx.
and he came out there with Campell, and you know, shout out to Campell. You know, that's the Power Rule homie from the West Coast, and you know, they shot a video, and they came through Patterson Projects. Now I want to say this, right? Shout out to Shay Davis. Shay Davis is my brother. Shay Davis, that's my brother. He also is a Bronx legend. Shay Davis is a Bronx legend, and Patterson is his project. That's his hood. Now, Campell is managed by my peoples. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if everybody knows, so I'm not even gonna put it out there yet, right? Who it is, but he's managed by one of my homies who's also my brother, right? And I've been know about this months ago. Y'all just been, I knew he was coming to the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? I probably would have been here if it wasn't for my situation that y'all know about. I probably would have been here. So with that being said, I support Campell. He's a real one from the West Coast. A real power rule. Not fake like that other dude. Not fake like that other dude. And real quick, let me address this. Speaking of that other dude, I see people on the internet, oh, Hope, why you let him talk to you like that? Or, yo, you didn't have that energy that you got with 10, you got with Hammond. What energy are you supposed to have? I don't know. Y'all must think I'm a YN. Y'all must think I'm a little dude. Like, y'all see these grades, man? I'm 42 years old. I'm not a kid. I'm fighting a fair case right now. On the phone with someone who's threatening me with the FBI. On a public platform. Y'all all heard it. And instead of y'all calling him out, y'all say, I didn't have that energy. Like, I'm supposed to be up there yelling and screaming at someone who's threatening me with the FBI. So he could go back to the courts and say, look, I feel threatened for my life. Hocas is a gangbanger. Which I'm not. I'm not a gangbanger, and he know that. But what energy y'all expecting me to have? I really got to question a lot of y'all. Because what energy am I supposed to have with someone threatening me with the FBI? That never happened. No shit like that ever happened to me in my life. All right? Where a dude who could, on Peru, on Peru, the big bad break up, screamed so loud, threatened me with the feds. That was crazy. I was like, you know what? Y'all need to watch a little Bruce Lee. Y'all need to watch a little She-Hang G. Y'all need to watch some E.T. the hip hop preacher. Y'all need to tap into some Alan Watts. Because if it's one thing, see, all the smart people got it. All the people that understand, they hit me up like, I see what you was doing. If it's one thing you're not supposed to ever do is lose your cool. You don't ever lose your cool. Go listen to it. I didn't lose my cool not one time. Yo, listen, man, let's just leave it alone. You ain't got nothing to do with my case. Let's just leave it alone. With that being said, you know, we're going to talk about Adam, right? Because people know that he works with Adam, so they like, damn, you don't feel no type of way? Hell no. Adam ain't got nothing to do with what he do. You can't be mad at everybody else that platforms him because of what he do. Now, the only way I could get mad is if they platform him to do it to me. And being that he made those threats, and also, you know, those threats to I'm gonna fuck up your case, I'm gonna fuck up your life, I'm gonna do this, do that. He threatened me with the law, so we taking it legally. You know what I'm saying? So we are gonna, you know, if ADAM22 does allow him to slander me so that it can hurt my case, like he said, then yes, we are going to take it legally. We are going to put them in a complaint too, and we're going to sue No Jumper too, Academics too. We're going to sue Vlad too, if they allow it. I don't got no problem with them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem. I would love to sit down and have a talk with Adam, because a lot of people was pointing out the fact that, you know, the exploitation of our culture, and that's how they looking at it. But you got to understand, you see Campell, you might look at it like, oh, Adam is exploiting. Nah, Campell is using it's two huge cultures in our community, and it is what it is. It's gang culture and it's a hip hop culture, and he's using that to elevate his life, and he's using ADAM22 platform. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's exploitation in a sense. It is when you get up there and you start talking and telling on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like Loose Cannon was doing. It's like damn. Like, and then Loose Cannon also was making up lies to go viral, right? And they didn't care. They still using it against him. You know what I mean? So I would love to just have a talk with Adam based on those type of issues. You know, I've got some questions for him. You know what I'm saying? How do y'all really feel about, you know, dudes getting indicted from your content? Do you ever think to like you know what? Just maybe let me pull this because I know that this could hurt him even though he ain't smart enough. He's just looking for clout right now. Maybe not. Maybe Adam feel like, hey, listen, this is a platform. I heard him say this where we don't chop anything. We just let everything run. But back to ADAM22 in the Bronx. I mean, like I said, he came through the right channels. I've been got the call like they was coming. I've been where they was coming way before all of y'all. Way before, this is facts. You could even hit them up and ask them. Like, this is just facts. You know what I'm saying? And I support it because I see brothers, you know, trying to use that platform to elevate themselves. Shout out to my brother Hattie Racks. If Hattie Racks been grinding in New York forever. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people in New York that could have put us in positions when we was going hard with the music, they gave us their ass to kiss. So if Hattie Racks got to go to the West Coast or do from the West Coast to elevate his career, I'm all for it. And it's a smack in the face. And we should say F you to all them East Coast people in New York seeing Hattie Racks grind and then give him the shot that we know he deserved. Hattie Racks is my brother. Hattie Racks ain't stupid. He's not going to go up there and on ADAM22 and indict himself and convict himself. That was a learning lesson what Brick Baby and Loose Cannon was doing on these platforms. And I would hope that these brothers don't go up there and start doing things and running their mouth that can land them in trouble. Because y'all see, I don't do nothing and I landed in trouble. You know, they just targeted me, right? Cool, I got a fight ahead of me. It's all good, I'm a fight. But, you know, I was watching, shout out to Harlem Legend TV. Make sure y'all subscribe. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put Harlem Legend TV video in the description because I love watching Harlem Legend TV. I love his perspective on things. He's never biased. And he's more on the side of like, nah, we shouldn't be doing this because we seen what happened to the ones that was on his platform before. So he got all right to feel like that. I'm just telling you how I felt. And Harlem Legend TV, he basically played some of the footage of him in the Bronx, and then he went to Brooklyn. ADAM22 went to Brooklyn. He got over Bobby Shmurda and them, and then this dude, he's saying, yeah, I sold crack here, I sold crack there, this is my big homie. And all I would say to homie, I know, but then at the end he said, yeah, nah, we just sell records. I understand that you're out the streets, you just doing music now, but they don't understand that. You can't say that on these platforms. I'm gonna be honest with you because they will use it against you, bro. It doesn't matter. You just pointed out the big homie. You just gave them the big homie, like, and it's fucked up. And I'm not saying this to bash the homie who did that. I'm just saying that, like, yo, bro, just please take heed to what I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm fighting a Fed case right now, bro, and I'm totally innocent, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when we come on these platforms and we say things like that, we really can't, man. Like, it's I know it's messed up. It's messed up. We should be able to tell our stories. Put it in a book. Put it in a movie. Maybe just keep it in music. You know what I'm saying? But don't come on a platform on these podcasts and say, yeah, I did this, I did that, and this is the big homie. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. And this is more of a, like, coming from love. This ain't coming from trying to say, oh, you stupid, or this is coming from love, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, without saying too much more, shout out to Adam. I got no issues with Adam. Yeah, I don't like the fact that there is some exploitation of the culture going on all these platforms. All these platforms. You know what I'm saying? But Adam, he doing what he doing. If it can benefit my brother Shay Davis, my brother Hattie Racks, and other brothers trying to come up out the struggle, all I ask y'all is to please not go on these platforms and do what, you know, others did before y'all and get yourself indicted and say incriminating things or things that they may deem to be incriminating, even if you know it's not incriminating. You know what I'm saying? Just be careful. Just be careful. I got no issues with him coming through the Bronx. Again, I support it. I've been got the call. Shout out to Campell. I want to see him rise to a level of success. He's being managed by my bro right now, and you know, I'm a supporter. Everybody know Hocas. I support, man. So with that being said, that's my 2 takes on it. That's my 2 cents on it. I mean, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all tap into the Hocas 4/5 rabbit hole. I will be going live If not tonight, tomorrow, I'm going live at least 4 or 5 times a week. We're going to be going down the rabbit hole. I'm back on YouTube. Y'all requested it. Yes, I hope you got to stay on YouTube this time. Don't leave. Big shout out to Hassan, Campell, one of the you know, my biggest supporters, and my brother also, who always pushed me to come on his YouTube platform. I will be here, and I'm here to stay. Salute.
This other dude that you're talking about, Garrett, that we did the episode with, used to be a Nazi or whatever when he was locked up, but not anymore. We had like an actual dude who really is racist. He describes himself as a conservative and a racist. And then we got Brandon, who you have some smoke with.
No, I don't know today. I don't know.
And they did a debate episode.
See,
and according to the comments, Brandon took the W. Brandon overwhelmed him. Knocked the racism out of him. Presumably.
I was gonna say that probably would have been a good thing for him. Right? The days of me letting people, you know, I'll be talking to you about it too.
It's a nice hat.
Rap Snacks.
Very classic.
Yeah, I just left here.
Look like a sales rep.
Big business going on. For us too. Damn, I forgot this product.
They're gonna put me on the bag?
Bro, no. I talked to the owner. I got 2 things working. I was in there, the chemist was there, and
the Rap Snacks chemist.
Listen,
holy shit, I never even thought about that.
I'm in Boca. Right? And they was presenting a pill, a sex pill, right? I said, yo, does that come in liquid? They said, yeah, right? And so the people that had tried it said, this shit is amazing, it's all natural. They said it's a better for you product. I said, what is that? It's all natural, no crazy shit in it, right? And it's immediate, right? I said, so listen, how about we don't announce this, right? And you know me, I went to my salesman mode. I said, we label it no jumper. The shit that makes you jump. If you're a no jumper, this will make you jump. And he said, Wack, go talk to your partner, we'll follow your lead. So
me and you on the bag together.
No, the bag of chips is one thing.
Okay.
But we're about to have
a cake.
Our own, like, rhino. And dude got 40,000 doors.
40,000 pill spots. That's how I think of it.
40,000 locations to put it in.
Wow.
So he gave me the green light. He said, go talk. I was supposed to I forgot him. And,
oh, shit.
But, yeah, you know me, listen. R&B said that, too. She said, you know what? I'm going to tell Adam. We're going everywhere you at, somehow. You slide Adam. You slide no jumper.
There you go.
Slide plug talk into the conversation.
Speaking of R&B, where's my present? I was told that there was a present.
Yeah, I brought you a present. And she brought you a present.
I need to know, because I'm about to go to New York, and if you guys are buying me gifts, then I got to buy you gifts.
She definitely, I said, I'm going to let you bring the present. She said, well, you can't take your present. We got to give it to. So she got something she do. Our boy just graduated 5th grade. Shout out Noel.
Her son?
Jones. Yeah, he graduated 5th grade to go in junior high school.
Congrats, Noel.
And, you know, we was gone like 9 days, so she back getting the shit together. But next week she gonna be here. She definitely got you a present.
Would you be okay with me hanging like a sexy R&B poster on my wall?
I wouldn't care.
In my office?
I only let her get you this present because I consider you a brother. I would not have let her get nobody else this
Would
present.
she have been allowed to buy Big U a present?
No, hell no.
Oh, see?
No,
I exist in a different space.
No, yeah, that was
That's
a different
hard.
thing.
Okay. But wait, okay, so before
I text you.
Yeah, wait.
I was hating on you. Remember, I text you.
About what?
I said, yo, this punk ass motherfucker buying you gifts and shit. Like, how are we somewhere looking at stuff? And she was like,
oh,
this would be great for Adam and Will.
That's crazy. I like it though.
Yeah, I had to hate on you a little bit.
You know, I'm kind of overwhelmed by gifts right now because it's been, Mother's Day, my anniversary, and then her birthday, like back to back in the course of like a month.
She set you up with
That's too much. That's like, I can't even get excited to be buying you gifts when I got to hit it 3 times in a month. But I feel like we kind of like agreed to not really with the anniversary that much. I got to do Mother's Day.
And I'm going to tell you this. Them motherfuckers got a big back honey buns. Listen to me, bro.
Wait.
No, I swear to God, listen.
Big back honey buns.
Rap snacks. I just tried the lemon. They got like 5 flavors, like peach, cobbler, strawberry. Me and R&B got into a fight behind them, bro.
Wait, what?
Because we left. The day we was leaving, we went and took the meeting, and dude gave us like 4 or 5 of them, so I packed them. It's one of those things that after you done ate it and time went by, you'll start thinking about it. This shit's all organic. Big back honey buns. They're on Amazon right now. Them shits is like crack. I told him to send us a box of them here. He gonna send us a bunch of shit, because we about to do some business with him, but them shits is crazy, bro. You remember when you was little and you was at the baseball game and you first taste Tiki Punch?
Tiki Punch.
You ever tasted Tiki Punch?
Not specifically. You might have called it something different.
Now, you know, we was all used to drinking orange and Coke and all the 7-Up. But the Tiki Punch shit was just like a different wave. These big back honey buns is different, bro. That shit is addictive.
It's funny because, like, okay, the big back honey buns, we should put a picture of, like, a really fat woman on it.
No, the reason why he says that is because, you know, the rest of they real slim. These motherfuckers are like cake. Like, it's like doubles.
Now, a lot of times when I go to, like, a fancy hipster bakery, they'll have, like, their own organic Pop-Tart that they make. So they take the format of making, like, you know, a somewhat flat pastry filled with, like, jam or filling or whatever, and then some frosting on the outside.
I think some of those too, but these
they
shits
kind
here,
of push it in their direction.
Yeah, these shits here is crazy, bro.
Okay.
They're crazy, man. But, man, listen, man. And then when I was over there, I get a call from was it the Danza dude? Danza. The Danza Project.
Because you were in Colombia?
I was in Cali, Colombia.
That's why we didn't get last week's episode. You were in Colombia.
I was in Cali, Colombia.
What is Cali, Colombia?
You ever watch Narcos?
No.
Well, shit, that's motherfucking real deal, one of those cities. Okay. And I didn't want to just stay in downtown. So I got a driver.
You're moving around?
Yeah, we was moving around.
Doing what?
Everywhere. I went to the mountains. I went to the ghetto. The ghetto, we don't have ghettos.
Not like that.
Their ghettos, the police don't go there. Their water and electricity is free because the maintenance people don't want to go over there. So they just let them fix their own shit.
Wow.
It's crazy. They got 10 roofs. I didn't see a lot of windows. But the culture is real, bro. It was a beautiful country, a big country. And anything I could do, I did. They wanted us to stay around the hotel area, mall area. Did you chew any coca leaves? No, hell no. I wouldn't do that anyway.
Why not? Man, it's a super chill stimulant. It's nothing like doing a line of coke.
Yeah, but that's what.
But it is what they make it out of. But they take the leaves and then they shove the leaves in their cheek, and then they just sort of suck the juices out. But it's like not even close to the level of actual cocaine, which you don't really know what that's like. But it's obviously it's intense. There's a reason why everybody's freaking out, losing their minds over it.
I'm gonna ask the dude if he could take me where they're really like, kind of like creating that shit at. I'll go look at that.
Yeah, that might be a little bit more of a challenge.
They turn it into a paste or something, right?
They mix it with like gasoline and shit. Oh, no. And then they like take all that stuff out of it. I think that's why when you look at this dude coming in straight teal. Looking like you're doing a shift at the hospital. I'm with it. On the fangus. But okay, so you're in Colombia. And then, and what, you just went there just to spend some time with R&B, or was this like a little present?
I went there, R&B had her braces, right? So I got her braces off. So when I got her braces off, I took her over there so she can get all her veneers done.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, and they did it.
That's what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to wear braces so that you can get veneers? I thought you would just do veneers.
But this is the problem. You know, the people look like they got chiclet teeth?
Yeah.
That's why they look like that.
I feel like the bigger problem is the huge teeth. Oh, and that's the chiclet thing?
Because
chiclets are small.
What they're doing is, if you got an overbite, you got some shit going on, your shit slanted, they just popping them things over them and they too big. When you see R&B, she put up a few pictures on her Instagram. It looks normal, natural as hell. They did a hell of a job over there.
No more braces. She's like the perfect woman now.
Everything.
Top tier.
Put the work in. I perfected her perfect.
Oh, so you're still working on that? So like your little project, huh?
No, bro.
It's like some people get like a nice car and they work on it. And you're like, no, I'm going to build me a baddie.
Listen, so you telling me it's nothing
you got it
about Nina?
She's lying about it?
There's nothing about. Listen, you see that? Look, check it out.
Oh, when I saw her post that the other day, I was wondering why the hell she posted that picture. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, so
I'm like, why is she just posting a picture of her mouth?
And it's crazy because when you do that type of stuff to your mouth, like if you got a slide over bite, it shifts everything back. It changes your whole everything.
Really? Everything looks different?
Everything looks different. It's crazy.
You know about mewing?
What is it?
Mewing is this thing that dudes do where they basically they flex. I don't know exactly how they do it, but they flex their jaw and they build up the muscles right here. It's supposed to make your jawline more pronounced so that women will find you more attractive.
Oh, that's crazy.
I saw a guy at a fucking store the other day, and it was blatantly a dude who had done this a shitload. And we had a guy on Plug Talk at one time who I just looked at him and I immediately knew that he was doing it. But it's this fucking crazy new technology.
Yeah, that's crazy. So what are they doing? They breaking his jaw and replacing it?
Okay, mewing is a technique where the tongue is pressed against the roof of the mouth, purportedly to reshape the jawline and improve facial structure. While it's gained popularity online, there's limited scientific evidence to support its effectiveness. It definitely does something, from my perspective.
What do you mean the tongue is placed against the top of the mouth?
I think you... picture doing a resistance exercise, you're picking up a weight over and over. You press your tongue into the top of your mouth. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, I'm trying to figure out how I do it to get some kind of muscle growth in here.
I just want my woman to like me the way I am. If she tell me I gotta do some mewing, then she ain't for me.
So she has to be upgraded in every way. Every aspect of her body has to be perfected, and then you are allowed to continue to look like a poly girl.
I don't say upgraded.
Okay.
I just perfected her perfect. It's like this. If you looking at someone, right, of course it's attractive to you because you advance towards it. But if you're looking at something you can see, right, you got a vision that okay, you know what, this and this and this. They don't know because all their life they've been looking at themselves.
Right.
They've already been getting the attention they've been getting.
But the thing is that my wife is surrounded by all these other porn star chicks who get way more surgery than her. They're way quicker to go get surgery because they're constantly trying to perfect themselves. And she's trying to be someone who stays, largely natural. Now she has BBL, she's got her tits done, but she only got one BBL. Any of these porn girls probably would have done it again. She is on her third boob job, but they kept getting fucked up.
I've never had a woman that had a BBL.
I honestly kind of think that your girl has a secret BBL.
Swear to God, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to have to see it.
There's no BBL.
I'm going to look for the scars.
It ain't no BBL.
I know where the scars go.
There's no BBL, I'm telling you.
I'm just telling you, her ass is way too nice.
There's no BBL. She's from Mississippi.
It's beautiful. That doesn't mean anything. It's a work of art. It's a beautiful ass.
That's not.
I haven't seen it bare, but it looks. Maybe she's got some amazing pants, but it just looks. You feel me,
bro? That's what it is.
He's nodding.
I thought the same. Listen, I literally.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. Right. I expected her ass to a point where she motherfucker, I don't have no BBL. Her mom was like, that's her ass. It's her whole family, she's always been like that.
Really? But the thing that's crazy about it, if she was 25, I wouldn't be that wowed. Being 45, it's no, that's not what happens. It doesn't continue to sit up that high.
What you mean?
It's just, it looks too perky. It looks too round to be at her age. I just don't understand. Even honestly, if it was fake, it would still be kind of astounding.
No, it's not, though. I'm telling you, very well. I've never even touched a woman's ass that was a BBL.
You got it. What's your body count?
Who, me?
Yeah. Because you were married to the same woman forever, and then you've been with R&B for many years, and then obviously there's the one girl that you piped down who took the photo of you. And I was thinking about it last night when I was hearing you talk about that. That's 3. I don't know. Is there 10 more? Is there 100 more?
Not 100. Probably about. Man, I gotta think. Because when I was young, I was hitting a lot of grown women.
Got it.
I was driving Cadillacs and shit. 13, 14 years old. You know what I'm saying?
But I thought you've been with your ex-wife from that age.
14 years old.
14. Okay, but you're still running around the streets a little bit.
I was hitting a lot of grown women and shit.
Okay.
But I don't know. I will tell you this. I'm not no motherfucker 50 or no crazy shit like that.
No 50.
Nah, I ain't. I ain't up there like that because
I gotta be close to a G.
I don't trust women like that.
Right.
Like, I got to be able to go to sleep on the side of you. And it's only been 1, 2, 3. It's only been maybe 3, 4 women like that in my life.
For sure.
And the majority of them was in my younger days. You know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, you know, because I came up, women was what they used to line people up. So I don't know about the dating world.
Right.
Everything with me was always long term.
Everybody that I interview and hang out with, now I haven't been single for 10 years, but everybody I hang out with scares the shit out of me because they're all talking about setup chicks, backdoor chicks, etc. When I was running around in the streets, I was wild as hell, totally ridiculous, but no girl ever tried to do anything bad to me. Like, I never had anyone steal from me. Didn't really, like, aside from lying about you a little bit and stuff, never really had to deal with that. Like, I feel like I never had to deal with all the shit that I routinely warn rappers about. Like, oh, the girls are going to do this. I got a little taste of it because me and Lynn, when we bring random girls home, one time I saw one of them folding up my Gucci shirt and putting it in her purse. I'm like, oh, okay, they'll steal from you. I didn't realize.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Now, you know, hit and miss, keep it moving. I had those, but come to the crib, I'm really going to sleep on the side of you and trusting you like that? Nah, can't do that.
No, that's not good. I've been in a interesting situation for the last week because my girl's out of town, so I am 100% in the dad mode.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been doing all of it. Every day I wake up and she's in the bed next to me. Dad,
we should go to another concert or something?
Concert? Working on some content. Let's put it that way.
Okay, gotcha.
We got some heaters coming your way.
What you mean? I don't watch none of y'all content.
Yeah.
I don't watch none of
You'll probably hear about these.
I'm going to hear about them, but I won't watch it.
Okay, that's good. Okay, wait. So this is the number one first thing I want to talk about. Last night, thinking I'm going to have a chill night, going to be able to watch some Netflix. I see it on the gram. No. Wack 100 and Charleston White just dropped. We got to tap in. I even paid, because I look at the Danza Project YouTube channel, and I see that there's a 1-hour version that I can watch for free, and there's a 2-hour version that I have to be a member for. Shout out to all the members paying $5 a month to watch No Jumper content. I figure I want to see the premium version. I don't want to watch the bum-ass free version. So Danza Project, 2 clicks, boom, I'm a member. I'm watching the 2-hour version. When it gets to about the 1-hour mark, Charleston White leaves. So,
bro,
do I feel kind of scammed? Yeah.
Here's the thing,
right? A little bit. How did that come together?
Here's the thing. I think on the West Coast, you know what? I'm not going to even say West Coast because I've been to other people's podcasts. Some people just don't have their priorities right.
And
right?
Who is that, Charleston?
No.
Oh.
Charleston was on point. The interview was supposed to be at 3 o'clock. I get there about 2:45. Charleston pull up at 3.
Got it.
So we go into the little podcast area. We sitting there at 10 feet. I'm like, what's up? On way to my co-host. I'm like, co-host? Shit. I didn't know you had a co-host. He be here in 5-10 minutes. 5-10 minutes come, the AC stopped working.
Oh, wow.
So I said, let me go outside. After about an hour, we in the front yard. Shit, me and Charleston started chopping it up.
Okay.
We talking about merch and what happened with AB and this, that.
You aka the Harlem Legend, man. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Harlem Legend TV, man. Please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you set your bell notification so you know when I'm dropping a video or going live. Before we get started, I gotta say, I got a lot of respect for the MCs that came up from the bottom. A lot of these MCs from New York City, yeah, that put on for New York and never had to do no wow, outlandish just to get on. Shout out to Hattie Racks. You heard? He been putting on for New York for a long time. Hattie Racks, Shay Davis, DVD era, This is Shay Davis, man, my old blow. Yeah, I was into all of that. I'm from that era. Shout out to Grav. A lot of these dudes didn't have to do nothing extra to get on. But now we got ADAM22 from 21 Jump Street invading New York City. Nah, I gotta be real, y'all. Let's break down ADAM22, right? We know ADAM22 is from the West Coast, and this is, I mean, it's been a lot of indictments, a lot of things going on surrounding him. I gotta be real, like, I don't know how New York is rocking with ADAM22. Did we not learn anything? I gotta be real. Did we not learn anything of what happened to Big U, Loose Cannon? You heard? Brick Baby. I mean, I wouldn't want this guy around me, knowing the situation that popped. Yo, look, they're using videotape from ADAM22's shows that he's done with these guys talking too much. They're using his footage as evidence. You heard? It's in the transcripts. I don't get why New York, we should be ashamed of ourselves. Why is everybody that he comes, Crip Mac, everybody he comes and encounters with ends up in the joint? I ain't gonna lie. It feels like ADAM22 wants to be black so bad. But when the heat comes on, oh, he's quick to turn federal. Yeah, I gotta call it what it is. He's quick to turn federal. He even went as far as doing a show with Wack 100, and these dudes is like, I mean, we gotta call it what it is. It's nasty. It's nasty. Adam, he's one of the ones that, I mean, at the end of the day, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for New York to even embrace this dude, knowing some of the things that he allowed his wife to do. I'm just being real. He allowed his wife to be scaled by another man, a black man. She even posts things like this. Lena the Plug, that's his wife. You have to respect my man if you want to. I'm just saying, this is who y'all running around Patterson Projects with. This is who y'all running around with. Oh no, it didn't stop there. Because he announced his first scene with another man. Like, oh, whoa, what are y'all doing? Like, do we sell our morals short? I'm just being honest. For anything for fame. That's what I'm seeing right here from Adam. I'm seeing Adam selling his soul in anything he's doing just to stay on top. And a lot of you guys is giving him that opportunity. I don't get it. I don't get it. To the point where he even got caught on camera. He even got caught on camera with the dude that he was planning on.
Yo, Adam, what you doing, bro?
I'm just saying, like what are we doing in New York? New York is like, yo, look, man, this looks bad for NY. I gotta be real. To the point where the dude almost got his wife pregnant. Yeah, and then he comes out and says this.
I'll tell you one last thing before I get off this, is that if my next child comes out African American, I'm gonna love him or her and raise them like my own, because that's how woke I am, brother.
It do hit different when your child finna come out black.
Hey, it's the roll of the dice. We don't know how it's gonna go.
This is what we're dealing with in the culture. And we allowing these guys to come into the culture because y'all don't mind taking them to the hood. You don't mind this man. So I done took y'all through the federal things, which is very dangerous for everybody to be throwing up blood. Crip. Pay attention, because these dudes brung him to the hood. This is not a good look, man, for New York. I gotta keep it 100, man. This is a bad look for New York City. And it might not last very long, as long as you let him in the business. Pay attention.
Yeah, Patterson Beats, the Patterson Project. Patterson with Bob the G, you know. Yeah, King Bill, Shane Hayes. Yo, shout your man, nigga. Got it in, nigga. Legendary shit.
Now keep in mind, I got a lot of respect for Hattie Racks, Graf, Shay Davis, dudes like that that been putting on for New York for years.
We in the East Coast, we in the Patterson Projects, nigga. So when you ever heard in New York, these the niggas you tap in with, blood.
You might as well tell the feds that. I'm just being real. You might as well tell the feds what's going on. They watching, y'all. I don't get it.
Let them know, stop. Yo, we here, boy. You know how we feel. Hattie fucked up.
Shout out to Loki Shmula. We know he's been involved with a lot of street activity and things going on. I'm just saying, why would y'all bring ADAM22 from 21 Jump Street around what y'all got going on? Is it to boost your morale? Like, what's going on? This is nasty, y'all.
Shay Davis, Buck Dollar. You already know what it is, boy.
Look at this. The whole crew up there let's call it what it is. This is not a good look, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta be real, because we know the federal government is watching. We know the federal government is watching. I don't understand how do you allow this guy in y'all neighborhoods, because he's not the only one. He went with the blood. See, I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what he did. He went to Patterson, then he went to Brooklyn with Bobby Shmurda to go hang with the Crips. Pay attention.
Oh, hey, yeah. I don't want to clock.
Bobby just drunk from the same bottle as him? Look at this, y'all. This is a L for New York City, man. They allowing this dude to infiltrate. They just don't even see it. All they see is the next level. Hopefully I'll be on Vlad. Hopefully I'll be on ADAM22, no jumper East Coast. That's probably what he's doing. This man is working for the federal government. I don't care what nobody say.
Paparazzi watching. Yeah, I try to tell him.
Paparazzi watching, or is the feds watching?
Hold on, we gotta go to the trap. Come on, we gotta go to the trap.
You taking this man to y'all trap? Like, what are y'all doing out here?
We're going to the trap. I hope it's a literal trap. I need to know. I'm looking for some of that Shmurda crack, man. Yo, stop it. Stop it.
We're gonna take it to the main block. All right. We're gonna take it to the trap where it all started. Yeah. We're gonna take it to Hey, my son G used to pick you up, take me out of 10 when I was 14, you right? John back then. I was selling 62 from every week. You right? We're gonna take it to the spot.
You're cooking up over here.
Yo, bro.
How y'all doing?
Little Brooklyn Bobs, actors. This my guy who brought me to the hood, and this my big homie right here, right? This is what I'm saying, right? That's my big homie. Hold on, Coach. You bet me the job. You started selling crack like on the bar, nigga. Listen, Shice brought me the... Hold on, John can't show his face. John can't show his face, you heard? When he brought me the job, we started selling crack family, nigga.
They get ADAM22 around, start telling on themselves. This is disgusting, y'all.
I'm selling legal crack though. I'm selling legal crack. You heard? It's called intellectual property. We selling records now. LG, get in there.
Then they got this dude, Campell. He's from the West Coast, and I don't know what that. He's been doing a lot of clout chasing to all these dudes, waiting to be indicted. They just being watched by the federal government, and they waiting to be indicted. ADAM22 got these guys all wrapped around his finger, man, like the culture vulture he is.
Campell. Get in that. Get in there. I ain't want to see you. No. Come up. Okay? There's nothing.
I don't want to clock.
Disgusting situation, y'all. And I'm going to say this. I'm definitely going to say this. I dare one of y'all to feel like, oh, he don't want to do what we want him to do. I dare one of y'all to put him under some pressure. Yeah. I dare one of y'all to try to put pressure on ADAM22 because he already said what he gonna do. He don't mind wearing a wire if you put the pressure with, or if you try to apply some pressure on him. Oh, yeah, because this is what these gang members do. Yeah, we already know that. They like to apply pressure. I dare you.
You want me to wear a wire? You want me to record this guy? I don't give a fuck. Like,
you would wear a wire with Big U.
If he was trying to extort me, yeah, for sure. I'll do whatever. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I'm not a criminal.
I dare y'all. I dare y'all to try to put some pressure on ADAM22. Yeah, he don't want to bring you on his show, so I dare y'all. See, a guy like this, I don't want around my crew. I don't want around my people after indictments came out around. There's a lot going on with ADAM22. Let me tell you what's really going on. The West Coast is dying down now. All that content is gone. These guys are already behind bars. Now he has to come to the East Coast to infiltrate these guys because these guys are looking to still be put on. A lot of these guys are looking to go to the next level. So they come to the East Coast. I'm all about the unity. Don't get me wrong. I love unity. But why we got to unite with this culture vulture? Why does he have to be involved? Why does ADAM22 have to be in the middle of everything? Knowing he's the one that's actually going to tell them people what's going on. If you are doing anything illegal. Man, New York took an L. This whole weekend, Memorial Day, we took an L. I'm just being honest. We took an L, y'all. New York took an L. And anybody that disagrees with me, let me know. Because that means you was enjoying the festivities but not paying attention to the bigger picture. A lot of times we enjoy the festivities, but we don't pay attention to the bigger picture. This guy is no good. ADAM22 shouldn't be nowhere near these gang members, and he's going to the Crips and he's going to the Bloods. He's going from the Bloods, he's going to the Crips. It's the same way. He's going from the West to the East Coast now. Get in the comment section. Let me know why you think Wack 100 wasn't there. Yo, it's your boy E.O.U, a.k.a. the Harlem Legend, man. Get in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about this. I feel like ADAM22 shouldn't be nowhere around these gang members. They shouldn't be throwing it up. They shouldn't be in Patterson Project, because now it's hot. The feds is watching Patterson Projects now. The feds is watching Brooklyn where Bobby Shmurda was. Big L for NY, man. It's sad, man. I don't want to be famous that bad. I don't want to be on that bad. But hey, y'all let me know, man. Salute.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, it's his job to keep the power on. That's why he chooses Grainger for professional-grade products and next-day delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call, click, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Like to welcome woman from uptown, downtown, in town, out of town. We got it going on. 145 is famous, baby. Here we go.